Hello and welcome to my corner of the world. This is the third card in July stamp set of the month. Our set this month is the Sprinkles of Life, and the kit includes your recipes and gives you the ingredients as well as the method, and this alongside the video that you're watching should help you assemble your cards. So we're going to start with your supplies in your packet, and you will have, out you all come, there we go. So you're going to have a base card in Old Olive, and then a piece of designer series paper. This is some vanilla for your insert. This piece here is for you to cut out the fruit basket as well as the tree trunk here. Then this is for you to stamp and cut your apples. This is for you to build your banner, and then you've two pieces of ribbon, and then in this little bag of goodies here you've got the rest of the components, and I'll take those out as I need them so I don't lose them. So the first thing that we're going to start on is to take your piece of cardstock, your base card, and fold it in half and burnish along the line. And then with the stamp set, you've got a little stamp that's got leaves, and what we're going to do is we're just going to randomly stamp them in the tip-top taupe all over the front of the card. There we go, like that. Now this piece of DSP here, you're going to do the same, but you're going to do them in the Old Olive ink. So you just want to clean your stamp off, and then you're going to go in with the Old Olive like that. There, I think that's about enough. So with your snail, you're going to attach this to the front of your card. You're going to attach it at an angle so that it doesn't actually overhang the footprint of the card, like that. And then with your piece of cardstock, the vanilla cardstock, I'm just going to use a little snail to put that in there. So that's that bit done for the moment. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to make the little fruit basket, and we're using the this particular stamp here in the top taupe, and stamp it on here. And then the other thing that we're going to stamp is the tree trunk. Now in your kits I have already pre-punched one out for you, and you can, if you can get it lined up and to stamp on that, oh, it's all caught up around the baker's twine. There we go. You can just run out of blocks here. There we go. So you can line up and stamp like that, and you'll get a lovely image. Or if you have the tree builder punch here, then you can just go ahead and stamp it onto this piece and punch it out. It's entirely up to you. I showed you how easy it was to just line up that photopolymer stamp onto that pre-cut shape. Then you're just going to trim out your fruit basket, following the lines or cutting on the line, whichever you prefer to do. I think I'm going to go back and just, that's the one I didn't think was particularly tidy. There we go. Alright, now the other thing that's in your bag, in this little bag of goodies, is a piece of glimmer paper, and you are going to stick that in there like that, and you'll want to use a glue dot to hold the glimmer paper securely onto the back of the basket. So I suggest that you put your glue dots on the basket and then like that, and then you're just going to put it in so it doesn't go below the edge of the basket, but it looks like a nice big pile of apples. So that's that piece, and there's my tree trunk, and then also in here is the top of your tree, and you're going to use the old olive ink again, and you're going to stamp on the top of the tree with the leafy stamp. And again, I'm just lining it up. I think I've got it the wrong way. I think it'd be easier now. Yes, there it is. And there is my leaves. And the only other thing I've still to stamp is my apples. And again, I'm going to stamp those in the tip-top taupe and on the scrap of paper. And you can hand trim these if you wish, but if you do have the punch, then with a strip you can go in, and I'm going to do this one first because otherwise I'm going to cut all my others up. Oh, there it is. It's not being as helpful. There. Like, there's my one apple. And then I can go back in and cut out my, I'll find the right one, next apple. And then finally my last apple. And maybe I should have stamped them a little bit further apart. In fact, I'm going to go and do it again. You just need, that's why I gave you a long strip, so that you would be able to feed into the punch. There we have our 3 apples. Now I've gone and lost one. I'm sure it's here somewhere. Well, it won't fall far from the tree. Oh, look, there it is. There we go. So then we've got our piece of baker's twine, and you are going to take your baker's twine and you're going to wind it about 3 times around your card, and knot it in a simple knot. And I just like to leave my string, my twine, just kind of, when I don't know, higgledy-piggledy, I suppose the best way of describing that. I don't know, it just looks a bit more organic to have it like that. Okay, and then we're going to start with the dimensionals. So we're going to put a couple of dimensionals on the back of the top of our tree top, and we're going to be using the tiny little edge bits off of my dimensionals just to pop those up on for my tree trunk. So most of it's going to be hidden, so I don't need to have too much worries about that. And just taking the backing off. And now I'm going to just put my tree like that. Take the back off of here, and I'm just going to put it so that I can just see a little bit of the tree branches there. And then with my basket of apples and a couple more dimensionals on the back, and I'm going to put this so that it kind of just straddles over like that. Some glue dots on my basket on this piece here, and I'm going to stick my apples on those. Regular adhesive doesn't work too well with the glimmer paper, so we're just going to do that to make sure that they stay. And another one there, little crazy apples. Then with my pieces of ribbon, I'm just going to fold them in half like that, and then if you have one of these staples, perfect, little staple guns. If not, you can use glue dots to hold everything together like that, and then another glue dot to hold it onto the top of my card like that. Press it firmly, and then in your pack you've also got a little strip of paper, and you are going to be stamping here in the old olive. Thanks a bunch. And then with your snips you can straighten that up a little bit. And make yourself a little batter. Just cut in from the corners. Oh, this is being difficult. There we go. Lovely. And then I'm just going to use a little snail just to attach that across my basket. And then my final flourish is you've got some tiny little dots of glimmer paper in there, and you're just going to use a liquid glue and to stick them on, and then it just kind of looks like there's apples from a distance. So there we go. I'm going to trim those little loose ends off, or you can form them into a bow if you feel like it. So there we have our third card. Well, thanks for joining me. I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.